Breaking at Old Trafford, Amorim's job on the line, but United just got a double boost. Casemiro and Amad back in training. Can this save the season? Stay tuned. Manchester United get double boost for Sunderland game as Ruben Amorim selection gamble confirmed. Manchester United host Sunderland at Old Trafford in the Premier League on Saturday afternoon, with manager Ruben Amorim needing a win to ease the pressure on his job. Ruben Amorim has been handed a double boost ahead of the crucial match against Sunderland on Saturday. Amorim is fighting to keep his job as Manchester United boss after the dreadful defeat by Brentford last weekend, and knows another loss could spell the end of his tenure. United sit 14th in the Premier League before hosting Sunderland at Old Trafford, having won just 2 of their 6 matches so far. Having also been knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Grimsby, Amorim knows that he is running out of time to turn things around. Defeat against the newly promoted Black Cats heading into a 2-week international break could trigger owners Ineos to change direction and relieve Amorim of his duties after less than a year in the job. He's won just 18 of his 49 games in all competitions and desperately needs to find some consistency. The returns of Casemiro and Amad could be key for the Portuguese boss, with both back in training on Wednesday. Casemiro missed the Brentford game through suspension, following a red card in the 2-1 win over Chelsea the previous weekend, while Amad was granted compassionate leave after a death in the family. Meanwhile, Wednesday also saw Tyrell Malacia welcome back into first-team training. Malacia was part of the so-called bomb squad over the summer, but was the only one of the 5 players not to find a new club. The 26-year-old defender saw proposed moves collapse, and with his contract set to expire at the end of June, is in limbo at United. He had been relegated to train with the under-21s, but has been promoted back to the first team after impressing with his professionalism. The Dutchman has not played for United since January 30th, and has made just 47 appearances since joining for £13 million from Feyenoord in the summer of 2022. He needed 2 rounds of surgery on a knee injury, which left him on the sidelines for 17 months, and is now fighting to get back into the team. Malacia is behind both Patrick Dorg and Luke Shaw in the pecking order, but the team's poor form means Amorim could be tempted to give him an opportunity. He spent the second half of last season on loan with PSV Eindhoven, where he made 12 appearances across all competitions, but is sorely matching match fitness, meaning any involvement could be viewed as a gamble. However, Amad and Casemiro are likely to return to the starting lineup against Sunderland. Amad had started 5 of United's opening 6 games of the season on the right wing, while Casemiro appears to be the favoured holding midfielder alongside captain Bruno Fernandes. Right, your turn, Red Army. Would you start Casemiro and Amad? Give us your lineup for Sunderland, and don't be shy. Savage honesty earns debate. If you want daily United updates with zero fluff, smash subscribe, ring the bell, and drop your score prediction below. In other news, Sir Jim Ratcliffe has made a decision that could see Harry Maguire leave Old Trafford, and Ruben Amorim is already planning for life without 2 defensive stars. Could United finally move again for Everton's Jarrad Branthwaite? Stick around, hit that subscribe button right now, and let's dive into this developing saga. Ruben Amorim planning for life without 2 Man United stars after Sir Jim Ratcliffe decision. Manchester United boss Ruben Amorim will be hoping for changes at the club next summer if he remains in charge amid a difficult start to the season at Old Trafford. Manchester United are reportedly interested in Everton centre-back Jarrad Branthwaite as a potential replacement for Harry Maguire. The Toffees rejected 2 bids from United for their defender last summer. The Red Devils' second offer saw them offer Everton £45 million plus £5 million in add-ons, having had a £43 million bid turned down. The Manchester Evening News wrote in May 2024 that Branthwaite was valued at between £70 million and £80 million by Everton at the time. United saw that valuation as unrealistic and decided not to bid for a third time, opting instead to sign Lenny Yoro and Matthijs de Ligt that summer. But the Mirror report that United are still interested in Branthwaite with Maguire set to leave. The former Leicester City centre-back will celebrate his 33rd birthday in March and is nearing the end of his contract at Old Trafford. And it is said that United co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe will not be extending Maguire's current deal. Head coach Ruben Amorim is reportedly preparing for a future without Maguire and has concerns about the long-term fitness of injury-prone defender Lisandro Martinez. This could lead to United making another move for Branthwaite, but they may face stiff competition from Liverpool, who are also very interested in the 23-year-old. It remains to be seen whether Branthwaite would be willing to move across Merseyside, but that has not stopped others in the past. However, it is likely to be difficult for interested parties to sign the Englishman, who has a contract at Everton until 2030. Speaking to Everton TV after putting pen to paper on a new long-term deal in July, he said, "I'm over the moon. It's been something we've been talking about since the end of the season, and to get it signed now is something I'm really excited about. The trust the club's put in me and how many games I've played over the past 2 seasons has made it quite an easy decision for me to stay and to keep progressing as a player. I know the club. I feel loved by the players. We've got a good group here, and the fans. Over the past few years, I've seen the impact the fans have on us as a team and how much it means to them. And obviously, with the new stadium we've got here, the new ownership and the new manager, it's an exciting project, and it's something I want to be part of." So there you have it. Reds. Sir Jim Ratcliffe looks set to move on from Harry Maguire. Amorim is preparing for life without both him and the injury-prone Lisandro Martinez, and Jared Branthwaite could once again be a top target. But will United finally pay the price Everton are asking, or will another rival like Liverpool swoop in first? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to United Vision for daily transfer updates and tactical analysis straight from Old Trafford. Meanwhile, in other news, big transfer news today as Ruben Amorim sets his sights on a January move for a Puskas Award nominee. That's right, United could be bringing in Inter Milan star Federico Di Marco, and Amorim absolutely loves him. Before we dive into the full story, smash that subscribe button and join the United Vision family for daily Reds content. Manchester United eyeing January move for Puskas Award nominee. Amorim loves him. Manchester United are now lining up a move for a former Puskas Award nominee, with Ruben Amorim personally keen on the deal. Amorim lining up targets for the January transfer window. The 2-1 victory over Chelsea at the weekend will certainly have bought Amorim some time, but the Man United boss has stressed the importance of carrying the momentum into the next game against Sunderland on Saturday. Should United pick up victories against the Black Cats and Brentford in the following game, their Premier League standing will start to look a lot healthier. But after a slow start to the campaign, the manager has already started to identify potential January targets. After missing out on a central midfielder in the summer, it would make sense to look to improve in the engine room in the upcoming window, and the Red Devils are on red alert over a potential move for Atletico Madrid's Conor Gallagher. Not only that, but Man United are also looking to bolster their defensive options, according to a report from Il Napolista, which states they are now lining up a January move for Federico Di Marco, with Amorim personally very interested in a deal. The United boss has placed Di Marco high on his list of winter targets, given that the left-back would be an ideal fit in his system, while he also really likes the defender for his technical and shooting qualities. The Italian's shooting ability was perhaps best displayed in Inter Milan's clash with Frosinone, during which he scored a remarkable goal from distance, earning a nomination for the 2024 Puskas Award in the process. Revelation. Di Marco could be ideal for Amorim, given that the Inter Milan defender has regularly played at both left-back and left midfield throughout his career to date. He could be an ideal fit in Amorim's system, which, of course, utilises wing-backs. The 27-year-old was also lauded by Paolo Cando, courtesy of his impressive performances in the 2022-23 season, with the Italian journalist saying, "Federico Di Marco has been the revelation of the season. He started at Inter as a backup and quickly became one of the ironclad starting 11 players. Having averaged a 7.38 SofaScore rating so far this season, the Italy international is ranked as the third best performing player in the Inter squad, and at 27 years old, he could now be entering his prime. Consequently, Di Marco could be exactly the type of signing needed to take Man United to the next level, and they should undoubtedly pursue a January move. So there you have it. Federico Di Marco could be on his way to Old Trafford, with Amorim personally pushing for the move. But what do you think, Reds? Is DiMarco the perfect fit for Amorim's system, or should United prioritise other positions in January? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to United Vision for all the latest Manchester United transfer updates. Glory, glory, Man United. Meanwhile, in other news, today we're talking about a massive tactical shake-up that could save Ruben Amorim's job. And yes, it includes Kobbie Mainoo back in the starting 11. Before we break it all down, make sure you smash that subscribe button and join the United Vision family for daily Old Trafford updates. Kobbie Mainoo starts. Ruben Amorim would save Man United job with simple formation change. Manchester United are going through another tricky period in the Premier League after a disappointing 2024/2025 campaign. Ruben Amorim's side spent plenty of money in the summer transfer window to help the Portuguese manager take them back in the right direction. But the 2025/2026 season hasn't started how they may have hoped. The pressure is on Amorim to turn things around, and so far in his United tenure, he's refused to change his formation and has stuck with underperforming players. A change of system might be the only way Amorim can get out of this situation, so GiveMeSport have taken a look at an alternative way United can line up. Take your pick between the sticks. Altay Bayindir and Senna Lamens are now competing for the #1 spot after Andre Onana left the club. The goalkeeper situation matters very little in terms of why United are underperforming at the moment, and it's also difficult to decide who the better option is, considering they both have a lack of experience at this level. We're going for Bayindir after he started the derby against Manchester City. Switching to a back four, Maguire comes in. The biggest shift that could help transform United and potentially save Amorim's job would be switching to a back four. The back three system clearly isn't working, and it would allow United to get an extra body in the middle of the park. Patrick Dorgu and Noussair Mazraoui can line up as fullbacks, but still also provide width and get further forward like they would normally. Harry Maguire needs to come back into the starting 11. United missed his experience in the derby against Man City, and his leadership skills could help them get out of this situation. Defenders: Mazraoui, Maguire, Lenny Yoro and Patrick Dorgu. Midfield 3, Mainoo in, Ugarte out for Manchester United. Amorim needs to find a way to get Kobbie Mainoo back into the starting lineup. He has composure and technical security in the middle of the park that no other midfielder has, and switching to a 4-3-3 formation could help get the best out of him. Alongside Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes, you have a mix of defensive protection in Casemiro, technical quality and ability to evade pressure in Mainoo, and a nice mix of both with Fernandes. Manuel Ugarte has struggled in the middle, especially when United try and play through the thirds, so he needs to be replaced in the midfield. Midfielders: Mainoo, Casemiro, Fernandes. The attacking trio should consisting of the three new signings: Benjamin Sesko, Bryan Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha. Amad Diallo is unfortunate to miss out, but the versatility of Cunha and Mbeumo means he could easily slot into one of the roles, even if it means someone else replaces Sesko through the middle of attack. The issue hasn't really been the production of Sesko, Mbeumo and Cunha, but the fact that United have struggled to play through the thirds and get the ball to them. Forwards: Mbeumo, Sesko, Cunha. So there it is, a simple formation change, and Kobbie Mainoo back in the starting 11 could be the difference between Amorim surviving at Manchester United or facing the sack. But what do you think, Reds? Should he finally ditch the back three and go with a 4-3-3? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more daily United stories here on United Vision. Glory, glory, Man United. Meanwhile, in previous news, Fabrizio Romano has dropped a big hint on Ruben Amorim's future, and the pressure is sky high. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a story from Old Trafford. Ruben Amorim's sack could be imminent as new Romano update reveals hint at INEOS verdict. Ruben Amorim is under immense pressure at Manchester United, and Fabrizio Romano's new update on his future has hinted that he is quickly losing support. Sunday was the latest of many terrible days for Amorim at Man United, with his side on the end of a humbling 3-0 defeat at the hands of arch-rivals Manchester City. A tight derby was expected, as Manchester United and Man City each had a rough start to the 2025/26 campaign. But Pep Guardiola's tactical approach exposed Amorim, who is the second favourite to be the next Premier League manager sacked, and helped his side earn a resounding victory, with United fortunate to avoid a more embarrassing deficit. Guardiola brought the game's standout Jeremy Doku central in an unfamiliar role to outnumber Man United's midfield, and this worked a treat as the flashy winger contributed assists for City's opening 2 goals. Erling Haaland, meanwhile, capitalised on United's shambolic loss of possession to score his second and his side's third in a dominant display. This game provided further evidence that Amorim's failing 3-4-3 system is not fit for purpose, as none of Man United's players look better in this formation than under Erik ten Hag, and they remain ineffective all across the pitch. Amorim's stubborn refusal to change his ways will prove to be his downfall at Manchester United, with the head coach still insisting post-match that his system is not the problem. He explained to Sky Sports, "There are a lot of things that you have no idea what happened during these months, but I accept that. When I want to change my philosophy, I will change. If not, you have to change the man. And we talk about that every game that we lose. I don't believe in that in the system or whatever, so I play my way, and I'm going to play my way until I want to change it. I understand how football is, and the results dictate the narrative. I see it that way. I know that is hard for people. The fans do not want to hear these things. I don't lie to myself. I see the record, and I accept any decision." Amorim also said that he will do everything to get Man United back on track and always thinking about what is best for the club. But he may be running out of time. It seems that this is the case if Romano's comments are anything to go by. It hardly seems that Amorim has overwhelming backing. Romano avoided giving a clear answer when asked by Give Me Sport whether Man United still have 100% belief. He responded, "It's a difficult moment, of course, but Amorim wants to give his best for Man United. He's convinced that with time, he will sort things." Yes, we know that Amorim will continue to give his best, and as proven by his bullish but naive comments after the Manchester derby, he's convinced that with time he will sort things, even if he and/or his system is not fit for purpose. But Romano's clear refusal to provide an update on Ineos's stance on Amorim says a lot as pressure mounts, and it will not be overly surprising if they decide to cut their losses when they lose to Chelsea next weekend. That's the latest on Amorim's future at Manchester United as the pressure hits boiling point. But what do you think, Reds? Should Ineos stick with him, or is it already time to move on? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to United Vision for daily United updates. Glory, glory Man United.